Hello everybody. For those who don't know me, if you're new to the page, I'm James. I'm 47-year-old. Originally from Edinburgh, but my family, my parents and myself moved to England when I was very young, County Durham, and I've lived there most of my adult life, but obviously I've returned to Scotland as an adult, and I'm a very proud Scotsman with an English accent, which my family in Scotland love to mock, especially with a name like James Alexander Robertson. I guess I've always been different. I have always been different to everybody else. I mean, of course, we're all different, but just the way I think, the way I would do things. But something's happened in my late 30s and 40s where I'm just like, why am I the way I am? Why do I torture myself? What makes me tick? I want to try and understand it. I don't want a label. I don't require a label, but it would certainly help me understand, because when I think about these things, and there's a lot of my friends like, James, why are you the way you are? Like, why do you live your life the way it gives them the fear of the way I live my life, you know, from day just one day to the next, nothing planned, always last minute. The impulse, I'm so impulsive with money. I'm a degenerate with money, and that's got nothing to do with any genes or anything, but I'm so impulsive. The procrastination, the overthinking combined with procrastination, I literally torture myself with that. What else? I get easily overwhelmed by things. I start a million different things. I start this tattoo in New Zealand in 2012. It's still unfinished. It'll never be finished. Started learning languages. I start something, I quickly get overwhelmed with that thing. I just can't do, in my mind I think I can't do this, and it just seems too big for me, and I just give up. There's so many things I just start and never ever finish. Forgetfulness. A lot of people think that I'm being rude. I mean, I feel rude that I have to continuously ask people to repeat themselves. I mean, long-term memory, absolutely brilliant. Short-term memory, I can't remember shit. Yeah, I must have my daughter gets frustrated because she's telling me something, and the next day I'm having to ask her again and again. I don't know, maybe it's the early onset of Alzheimer's, I don't know. But the forgetfulness, I'm clumsy. I'm like a big bull in a china shop. Overly empathetic, like just to a point, just ridiculously. Like, I put myself out rather than upset. Like, I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to let people down. I'll put myself out. Recently, some really, really good friends of mine invited me to a wedding down in Wales, and a lot of other people in the friendship group didn't even get invited. So I felt absolutely honoured that they'd even asked me. I felt really honoured that they'd asked me to be there, especially when so many other people didn't even get an invite, and you know. But for some reason they asked me, and obviously I'm in Edinburgh, and they're all the way down in South Wales. I literally couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to do it. You know, the trains and flights and the hotel and the spending money for the whole week. I couldn't afford it. I was in a bad state financially anyway. And instead of just saying, I'm sorry guys, I would love to, but I can't afford it. And I know fine well they both would have been, hey, no problem at all, we totally understand. They totally would have been that way. I just couldn't let them down, so I begged, borrowed, I didn't steal, but I begged and borrowed and just got it from somewhere, put myself into like real financial stress. Didn't have anything for the following week. What was I going to eat? What was I going to, you know, but I went, and it made them so happy for me to be there, and I loved that, and I'm such a people pleaser that I put myself out sometimes when I shouldn't, and that's my fault. It's not their fault, it's my fault. And I struggle to I'm a big friendly giant. I'm 6'6", but I'm a big, soft-hearted, overly kind sometimes soul, and I need to learn to. Sometimes people take advantage of that, and I need to learn to create boundaries with people. This is something I need to learn to say no to people, or if they're overstepping the mark and being kind of over familiar, I need to just speak up, you know. But I hate, for as big as I am, I hate confrontation. And if there's any other way out, like if people get shocked when I get angry, it's very few and far between. It's like once a year or something, maybe even less. You know, there's a lot of time I'll just let things, instead of just saying something in that moment, say, listen, you overstepped the mark there, that actually pissed me off. I just swallow it, and I swallow it, and I swallow it until I can't take it anymore, and there's something, and it all comes out. And it's obviously, it's not healthy. It's not healthy, so I need to learn to create boundaries with people and learn how to say no. Why do I do everything the hard way? Everything the hard way. No, I'm not, like, obviously when you go down the whole conspiracy route, obviously, and this has been my experience, some of the most vile, vindictive things that have ever been said to me or done to me has not been from strangers online, not been from trolls, or even the 77th Brigade, just random people. It's been friends and family. And like anything, when they want to discount what you're saying, if their cognitive dissonance kicks in and you just want to discount what you're saying, they just label you. Obviously, people who've known me, family and friends who've known me their entire life, know I'm not crazy. No, I'm certainly not stupid. But you know, it's just obviously it's just easier to label somebody like that when they talk about things like that, you know. And I've completely went on a tangent. I forgot what my train of thought was. I guess what I'm just trying to say is, like, right, you could see all those things that I've listed down there. Now you could type all them in. It'll tell you give you a label. What was the other one? Actually, my daughter was speaking to her that, like, obviously she after her mum passed, she was having some therapy, and I think somebody medically trained, somebody was talking to her and said, maybe you want to get tested for ADHD. And then also we had a conversation about all the character traits that we share. It's all the same things. We're always late for things. We have to wait until we're late so we can hurry up. It's just, why do we sit all day and procrastinate when we can just get something done? And it's scary how much me and Megan share. I think one of them was, like, I've always, whoever I'm around, whether it's been in relationships or around friends, it's always this leg. It's like a restless leg, and it just bounces up and down. Some people think it's nerves. It's not. It's completely not nerves or anything like that. I just do it, and me and my daughter are in a bar across the road, and sitting down, two lovely ladies sitting across us, and I was doing it, and out of nowhere, it just as if we've been talking about that, me and my daughter, previously, this woman just went, oh, when she saw the leg, she's like, you got ADHD, haven't you? I was like, the fuck? So I don't know. I don't need the label. I don't want a label. I just want to know if that resonates with you. I'm just like, why am I the way I am? What makes me this way? But certainly the overthinking. I've probably aged myself. It's probably the reason my hair fell out. The procrastination, overthinking, overly empathetic. I just care too much about how my words and actions affect other people around me, you know. And I just, rather than let people down, I'll put myself out. And I don't know. Obviously, it's something I need to work on and change. But I was just wondering if that's something that resonates with you guys. Let me know.